and welcome back
Hello.
to another-ish episode of Crime, Cocktails, and BS. So
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! I know we took some involuntary time off.
Yes, we needed a rest.
Yes, I was in Florida for 3 weeks, which wasn't supposed to be 3 weeks, and it turned into 3 weeks.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, it was great. And you
I did
were all
nothing.
hunky dory in California.
Indeed, yes. Just a house full of dogs.
Yes, you have a new one in the mix for right now. Is Hank still there?
Yeah.
I love Hank.
He's very cute. It's just a lot to have this many animals in the house.
Yeah, you guys need a bigger house.
It's a lot. Yes, we
In
do.
a yard. I like
Someone
that.
buy me a house.
But yeah, we have so much we want to talk about today, even though I feel like it might be a quick one.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see. But to get us in the right mood for it, let's just hop on over to Kai's cocktail corner. Wait, have you seen Baby Girl yet?
No, I'm afraid that I've heard so much about it that it's super horny and shit, and I'm afraid to go see it by myself.
I haven't seen it yet, and I want to, but there's a scene, I think either he puts her in the corner or she puts him in the corner. I don't know. Someone's just standing in the corner. I know, I was thinking that too. But someone's in a corner, and I was like, when I was thinking Kai's cocktail corner, I all of a sudden was thinking that.
It is kind of weird if you think about it. Am I just in a corner, mixing up concoctions? Anyway.
You come up with it?
I don't know.
It's just the alliteration's so nice.
It is nice, yes. And it is yours as well, which I just put my name on it, apparently.
But you're the one making them. I don't make the cocktails.
Well, I do sometimes. This is the swipe right because we are covering dating app criminals or murderers, and I can't wait to talk about it. But this is a vodka or gin, your choice, elderflower liqueur, fresh lime juice, simple syrup, sparkling rosé or prosecco, and you can really choose the garnish. I have a little flower in here.
I was gonna say, where's the garnish, Kaisa?
It's hard to show. It's very pretty.
I like it.
And the different liqueurs have different colors, so it creates this really pretty pink and purple layering effect. So yeah.
I think we need to start taking videos, and when I say we, I mean Dane needs to start taking videos of you making the cocktails.
Mm-hmm. I just need a prettier kitchen setup.
That's a 2025 goal for us.
Yes, we need to, well, at least need to photograph the actual cocktails.
Yeah.
So.
Also, I'm so excited we're talking about that. Kaisa messaged me because we messaged each other out of nowhere with topics. And she was like, should we talk about dating app killers? And I was like, yes, because in 2025, I will not be going on any.
I mean, good for you. They are scary. Kind of.
It's I was explaining it to my friend the other night because I went over to her house. And we were doing a vision board evening.
Love that.
Love it. And I was explaining the people on dating apps are the dregs in a wine bottle. It's just all the shit that's left on the bottom in the last glass, and it's all the floaty bits and gross things.
Yeah.
And I ain't got time for that.
No. I see you with possibly a not freshly divorced, but divorced man that's wealthy and very well, it's good because then they're educated in the relationship things. So many men haven't lived with women yet or something like that you're on those dating apps. Some of those men have not even moved in with a woman, and that can you imagine?
I have so many things I want to say, and
Am I insulting you?
No, not at all. I am just biting my tongue because I have been in that dating position with a divorcee, and that's where I will leave that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, do you want to tell yours first? Do you want to dive into yours?
Yes, but also what I love that we're talking about dating app killers is then we're switching gears and talking about 90 Day Fiancé, The Last Resort, which all these people are probably going to end up divorced. So.
Oh, yeah.
Great time to be alive. We love 2025. But yes, I would love to talk about my dude, Damon Allen Benson, also known as the Tinder Killer.
Ooh,
Ooh,
ooh. I didn't know who we were talking about, so I'm
I
really
know.
excited to hear this.
So he met a woman on Tinder in 2021 and held her against her will in his apartment, where he then tortured her on multiple occasions in order to get the information about her boyfriend, who was 48-year-old Cameron Gabriel, because he didn't like that she was dating multiple people. So, on one instance, it included Benson carving a swastika into the back of the 29-year-old woman because she was Jewish, and then tying her up to her ceiling by a rope, or his
Oh
ceiling.
my God.
Yes. So, the suspicious death investigation began in July 2021 in Rancho Cordova, California. So, that's up in Sacramento. And the Placer County District Attorney said that all three people met separately on Tinder, and Benson tortured the 29-year-old woman to find out the address of her lover. He became so jealous that he went and murdered Cameron Gabriel, who was the other lover. And Benson originally claimed that it was self-defense. However, there was surveillance footage showing that he was running into the victim's home in the middle of the night, shooting a gun, and then running out of the house. So the Rockland Police Department and the district attorney filed multiple charges against him, including murder, aggravated mayhem, which I'd never heard of before, uh, torture, felony criminal threats, and false imprisonment by violence. He was convicted of murder, torture, and mayhem in September 2023 and is serving a 71-year sentence.
Jeez.
And that is one of the many reasons why I will never go back on Tinder.
It is scary.
It's so
It's so
scary.
scary. I know there are like safety protocols, right? Like they do check your identity and things like that, right? They have to you
So,
have to verify your
as
identity.
the one person in this conversation who's been on a dating app,
Tell me about it, please.
uh, so when I first went on it, it was 10 years ago, I guess. And they didn't have that. Like, you didn't verify who you were. You just like went on.
Oh my gosh.
And then I didn't go on again until like 4 years later. And that's when I met the divorce dude. Um, which I wish they had background checks then, but they didn't yet.
Yeah.
And then now on like Hinge and Bumble, at least I think I don't know really on Tinder. I never went back to it afterwards because I feel like that one's really just like for hooking up, not
Hmm.
for dating. Um, but Bumble, I think they just verify your face. And
Okay.
same thing with Hinge. So like you can post your images, but to verify your account, you have to like scan it.
I used Bumble for friends and I met some friends through it. I don't
Wait, did
remember
it
like what they
work?
made me do though. Yeah, I actually met like one of my friends that I still talk to all the time. Like
That's
she
so
lives in San Diego.
cute.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
it
was
was
thinking
cool.
about doing that when I like moved to Boston originally, and I never did. And now I'm like, maybe I should. Um, that's super cute. What I wish they would do is like background checks though.
Or like ratings after people date them or something. I don't know. Is that too invasive?
No,
Maybe.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Because on Hinge, you can say like, oh, I went on a date with this person. Like, oh, we
Can't
met
you
up.
like rate the sex too? Like, isn't there? I feel like I heard
I
Bob
know
the
that there's
drag
like
queen.
Facebook groups and things like
Okay.
that to do it. I've never been on it, but because I don't have Facebook anymore. I think if Bumble had a background check, that would have saved me from the restraining order one.
Yeah.
We don't have time to go through my dating history, but
Well, Alex is gonna write a book for us, so
yeah,
um,
the
I'm excited.
the guys who are living don't know about it, but I guess they will now.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Um, should I
Would you
talk
like to?
about my
Yes, please.
insane man?
Yes, please.
Okay, this one was really tricky when I was researching because like it jumps all over the place because the order of the murders are weird and then they don't like link it to him until later. Anyway,
Well, when
so
I was Googling like dating app criminals murders, the guy you talked about, because you texted me the name, he came up so much that I was like, no, I can't
I
read.
mean it's really insane.
I
It's
can't wait.
So we're diving in. Just bear with me on the like timeline. So Khalil Wheeler Weaver, first of all, very hard name to talk about.
Yeah, what?
He was born in 1996. This made me feel very old, by the way.
Doesn't
Um,
it all? Like, I feel like more and more things we've been researching and talking about are
it's like
making me.
current.
I was like, no, 1990 was like 10 years ago. I would be 10.
Yeah. Oh my
Like, I'm
gosh.
not this old. No,
We're not.
no.
Um, he grew up in a well-to-do neighborhood in Orange, New Jersey, or should I say Orange? I don't
Right,
know
that's
how
rude.
Jersey people say it, but
That's how my mom says it. That was very
Orange.
mean. We're not from New Jersey.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Orange. Say orange.
I like orange. He came from a family of law enforcement officials. Like his stepfather was a detective in the neighboring town, and his uncle was a retired Newark Police Department employee. I don't know. So he had a lot of police in his family. When he was in high school, a few of his friends said that he did not participate in extracurricular activities and he did not date. He didn't have a lot of friends. Isn't this just like the story of all murderers? Um,
Cute.
yeah. So at the time of all of this happening, he was only 20 years old, and he was working as a security guard. Those who knew him said he was quiet and unassuming, so that kind of helped him avoid suspicion for a long time. Um, so have you ever dated on Tagged?
No, I have no idea what the fuck that is.
I didn't know what that was either.
I
I
only know
guess
like the three.
I don't think it's still a thing, but you don't use your real name on it. You use like a screen name you come up with. So it's
That's
very
like that's like
anonymous.
Reddit.
It's like asking to be murdered,
I
basically.
do know a very cute love story that started on Reddit.
Reddit's
That is a
fun.
friend of mine.
Oh, is it Madison?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad she loves Reddit. Okay. Uh, so his username was Lil Yacht Rock, and another one was Pimp Killer Ghost.
Why is this gonna ruin Yacht Rock for me now?
I know, right?
I really want to watch that documentary too, but please continue.
He would go after like women that he would talk to and seemed down on their luck or like desperate or something. Like he went after a lot of homeless people as well.
Oh,
So he offered usually around $500 for sex. So he would ask these women to meet up with him and he would pay them for sex.
you
Um,
treating them like hookers
yeah, yep.
or sex
And I think a
workers.
lot of women went on to Tag to do that, to actually.
But isn't that like what Craigslist is for?
I think it might be like a Craigslist situation. I think it might
Got it.
be, but like more profile-y. I don't know. I need to look at it because I have no clue what the
I
dating
don't
app.
want you to look at it.
I'll sign up. I'm just kidding. Um,
I hope Dane's home so he can hear this whole
he's
conversation.
like sick laying down. He probably hears this
Oh,
whole thing. Uh, so the first victim that was found was Joanne Brown. Her body was discovered in an abandoned house, strangled with duct tape. Uh, she was unhoused and dealing with mental health issues. And she was seen getting into his car, Khalil's car, before she was reported missing. So someone reported that. The police actually interviewed Khalil, and they said he was super helpful and polite, and that's it. They didn't dig
that's like
deeper.
a weird psychosis thing that I feel like a lot of like guilty people do.
Yeah.
Like murdery guilty people.
I like your hand motions. Guilty people. Uh,
Because I'm trying to say this correctly.
and it's so cringy.
Yeah.
Um, so less than 2 months later, a work crew found her remains. And then shortly after that, a woman, Tiffany Taylor, came forward and actually had called the police because she woke up in the middle of an attack. She had actually turned to sex work after becoming unhoused, and she had reached out to him on this app. They were talking about meeting up for sex, for money, blah, blah, blah. She ended up waking up in his car while he was
Ooh.
attacking her. And
No.
yeah, and he had raped her. He had almost strangled her to death. She was handcuffed and he was wearing a ski mask, like very identifiable for future attacks.
Wearing a
She
ski
called the
mask?
police. Yeah, the ski mask was like what he did. So she actually ran back to the hotel they had originally met at and got her cell phone, called the police. The police did not care. They were more interested in whether she was a prostitute or not and dug into that, which is so horrible. They didn't like care at all about her being
That's
raped or
awful.
attacked or strangled or
No,
anything.
because they're like, oh, you have probably asked for it because you're a
Uh,
sex worker.
I mean, later on during trial, they said, yeah, like she put herself in a dangerous situation. It's like
Rude.
we should still like help victims no matter what they do.
Yeah.
Um,
Help the
anyway,
people.
yeah. So months passed before he was caught, but in the meantime, Sarah Butler, a college student who was
No.
home for,
Not
I
another
think, the
one.
holidays. What?
Not another one.
Oh, yeah.
How
Oh,
many
yeah.
are there?
Quite a few, I guess. Just
Uh,
wait. So she was a college sophomore. She didn't return home, and her parents called the police saying she was missing. December 2016, her body was found in a nature preserve. Same thing, like duct tape around the bottom half of her face. She had, I think, sweatpants around her neck that had strangled her to death. They ended up tracing Wheeler Weaver's cell phone to that
Good.
area when she was killed, and it matched up. And 5 days later, they arrested him. And I think this is the only reason they arrested him and actually went for someone was because she was like a college student and not someone who was working for sex. Even though, after looking at the app, they did see that she agreed to have sex with him for $500. So she was actually sex working.
Sex working.
It just didn't like the police were like, oh, this educated woman, we have to, investigate. Um, but in the trial,
Mm-hmm.
they actually came out that the family had set up a fake account after discovering that that's how she communicated with him, and that was the last person she talked to. This is in the midst of the police investigating. They set up an account, tried to meet up with him, and actually were communicating, and actually entrapped him. And that's how the police arrested him. So it was like
I
the
love an
sister.
entrapment.
I know.
I love an
Love
entrapment. I love
entrapment.
a honey trap. I love any way that you can set someone up if they've done wrong.
Yeah, if they're bad people, like if they're good
Yeah, if
people
they're
that you're
bad
setting up.
people.
But yeah, isn't that crazy? Like her sister and her friends and parents like all worked together and did this. So
Love it. I'd
uh,
hope mine would do the same.
yeah,
God
yeah,
forbid.
same.
But like I would absolutely expect it out of them.
Before that, I just
Yes.
want to like because it's all over the place. Like that didn't come out until trial, but before trial, Robin West was found burned in an abandoned house in Orange, New Jersey. So she had been one of the first victims, and they didn't connect it to the murder until he was caught, and all these other things
Hmm.
connected to that. He had actually come back to the scene and watched the firefighters put out the house fire. So he's a sicko.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I
What
mean,
is wrong
obviously,
with people? I feel like I went through all of 2024 saying, what is wrong with people? And I'm really
right?
hoping that this year, in the year of our Lord Britney Spears 2025, that I will stop saying it, but or at least limit it down. Like I hope it just
I
kind
think
of,
it might get worse.
I know.
Um, Anyway, there was one more that like they tacked on at the end of his trial. Mawa Doumbia, she was 15.
No.
Yeah, yeah. But they didn't have a ton of evidence linking it, but the judge ended up tacking that onto his charge. Authorities found that he had conducted a slew of disturbing online searches before meeting Butler, including how to make homemade poisons to kill humans, or what chemical could you put in a rag and hold to someone's face to make them go? It's called chloroform, by the
Yeah.
way.
First of all, it's called chloroform.
Wait,
Second
is
of
it
all,
chloroform?
yes. Second of
Um,
all,
second guessing.
Chloroform's the one that you put on the rag and people go,
Yeah.
yeah. Second of all, why do people do like your search history? It's not hard to find.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
are
people are
literally
dumb.
videos on the internet that show you how to hide it.
Yeah.
But
I
you know
mean,
what?
he's 20, I guess, but like
Dumbass. I
in
mean,
this age, you should know that.
yeah, that's all
He
I'm
also
saying.
was searching, he wanted to become a police officer.
Okay.
So good
They
luck,
do
bro.
background checks, don't they?
They might. He was sentenced to 160 years in prison,
Good.
3 counts of murder, attempted murder, and related charges. In 2021 is when he was sentenced, actually. So he is in prison, I believe. I don't know if he's still alive. I didn't go that far. Pretty sure he's still alive, but yeah.
Probably.
Gross, man.
Ugh, men. Not all, but most.
If you're gonna do sex work, like do it safely, I think. Don't just on a whim meet
Is
someone.
this the moral of your story?
I don't know. There's so many.
This is why we will never be going on dating apps again. One
Don't
of us
date
is
someone
married and
named.
won't be going on it. The other one of us doesn't want to die.
Yes.
That's me.
What was it? Little Yachty,
Little
whatever the
Yacht
fuck.
Rock.
Yeah.
That will never leave me.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Um,
Ridiculous.
ridiculous. Oh my goodness gracious. So people who are probably getting on dating apps and probably Raya, because they're somehow famous for just, dating and getting married to foreigners. 90 Day Fiancé. But we're focusing on the last resort. There are so many people in this franchise that are so insane.
So insane. And there's so much coming out right now about
Yeah.
like the inner workings and the
This is my issue though, and I think you and I have had this discussion off camera about reality TV, is I feel like they need to start putting in a clause in these contracts, not just NDAs, but like they can't be posting about if they've broken up and they're dating someone new. Like we're seeing all these things in real time. That's like, what the fuck is the point of watching the show?
yeah. And another thing, another layer is I don't want to know when they're fake.
Yeah,
I don't want to know. It ruins it for me. It's not as
totally ruins
fun.
it.
I feel like it's coming out that like all of these relationships aren't real, and it's sad.
Yeah, I have it down by like by couple.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, great. Who do you want to start with?
Anyone? Thumbs up.
Fine.
Uh,
Okay, I have Gino and Jasmine first on my list.
okay, I'm down.
Okay, so refresher course for all of our friends who either haven't watched 90 Day in a hot minute or, well, I hope you have seen it. If you haven't, go watch it. It is the most insane shit.
Mhm.
I can say personally, as someone who dated a foreigner to the point of possibly getting married, it is nuts to watch this in like seeing what has happened with people.
Yeah.
And like some of the relationships work out.
Hmm.
Like, who is it? The season that just end the one that just ended with like the Irish guy and the girl from New Jersey.
Okay, yeah, they
They
worked out, but
they
they
worked out.
have issues though.
Yeah, but they're fine. Like
Obviously.
he's now in
Yeah.
America with his daughter and her kids.
Yes, yeah, they were the cutest and the most
Yeah,
stable.
I liked them. I liked them so much I forgot what their names were.
Me too.
But okay, so Gino and Jasmine originally are from season 5 of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. So they were meeting, getting engaged, and they have been on a few seasons.
Yeah, they've been on like happily ever after, blah blah blah, a bunch of different.
Yeah, and now they're on Last Resort, which first of all, they met on a sugar baby website. Jasmine's from Panama and Gino is from the US. Now, when you see them, you're like, okay, it makes sense that they met on a sugar baby website. However, Gino has no money.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
I don't know. I think he has some money, but he like lives in the middle of nowhere. What is it, like Ohio? I can't remember.
But it's not enough money to be on a sugar daddy baby
No,
website.
no, but like you can trick people in poor countries, and it seems like a lot of money to them
But then
because,
she makes it to America. They get married. She knows
yes,
that he doesn't really have money. She starts an OnlyFans. She's also like super into fitness, like works out in the gym all the time. He doesn't have sex. I don't understand how like they don't have sex.
she literally made herself into a sex doll for
Yeah.
him.
She looks like a blow up doll.
Yeah.
And he
And
still
she
won't have sex
wants
with
to
her.
have sex. Like,
Yeah. She wants to have sex with him. And by the way, he's like, Jasmine. Like, he's not he's not anything to write home about.
oh my God.
And
He cracks me up so much.
but the reason why he has a porn addiction.
Yeah. That part that is coming out like crazy right now, and
Yeah.
I can't. I'm so grossed out. So, what did he say? They bleeped out what kind of
They
porn he
did
likes.
bleep
What
it
do you think
out.
it is?
Something
I thought it was like
that you'd have to
squirting or
bleep.
something.
You think it was what? Are you that embarrassed to say it?
I know some people who listen to this, and I
I found out my stepmom listens to this today, so that's exciting.
hello.
Hi.
They bleeped it, and I was like, "What could it be?" Because it's some kink, and they were like,
It
"Oh,
has to be something that you can't say on cable television.
yeah,
I don't know. That could be literally something that's, I guess, less on the risque scale. If
that's
it's not like
true. That
regular,
is
I don't
true.
know.
It's true."
What is regular anymore? Who knows?
So, okay, I loved Gino up until this like porn addiction stuff, and now I'm just like really grossed out by him. And I'm really grossed out about how he changes his personality when he's with the guys, and he's all like, like, bro, I don't even know how to
Watching
do
him
it.
get drunk though was so funny.
It is really funny, but like, he doesn't know who he is. He has a personality
No.
disorder.
Also, I think it is fucked up, yet I completely get it from Jasmine that she went and called her best friend Matt or whatever his name is, her gym best friend, who apparently now she's dating. Like her and
Mhm.
Gino are broken up and she's dating this guy. And she like wanted to call him and have him come to the resort. Okay, so they're all at, so why they call it last resort for to catch people up. It's like the last chance that these couples can figure out their problems. Then at the end, there's a recommitment ceremony. So you either recommit to your partner or you choose to break up.
Yeah.
Uh, so Jasmine wanted this guy to come to the resort so she'd have like a friend. No, you wanted your boyfriend to be there
Exactly.
so you can get laid while you're with your
You're
husband.
filming. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I think they were broken up at this time when they're
I think a
filming.
lot of the couples were already broken up and they just wanted the paycheck.
Yeah. Okay. And you can kind of see them look at each other like they're improving
Mhm.
together. And you
Yeah,
can see them like holding in laughter sometimes.
that
I don't know.
brings me to Ari and Benny.
Yes.
I think they're a perfect example of that because, like, so they were on 90 Day Fiancé the other way. So Ari went to Ethiopia on a trip, walked out of, this is her story, walked out of her hotel room and she saw this super hot guy across the street and it was Binyam and they fell in love. And shortly after that, she got pregnant. So they decided to get married. And then they moved to the US. And then so much shit was going down. She has all his passwords to his like social media accounts. Turns out he was cheating on her, so she shut him out of all of his Instagram account, like social media and everything, and then moved back to Ethiopia, left him in the US.
Yeah.
And now they're at these places, but it's like I feel like everything they've been doing is staged.
Mm-hmm.
They're like her hiding out in the bathroom stall at the club when they all went out. Like you're
Yeah.
not telling me you're asking for attention there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then all he wants is, I swear, once he gets his social media passwords, he's out.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Totally
yeah.
gone. Because every episode, it's like, I just want my passwords. I just want my passwords. I just want my passwords.
Well, actually, he posted a picture with a woman recently. He's like kissing on her and
In real
stuff.
time? Like in
Yeah.
the now times or when the
Yeah.
show was
I
in the now
think
times?
recently. I'm not sure when, but yeah. Yeah, but I think Ari kind of seems serious about it. But
I
she
would
has
be
a kid with
serious.
him, so like,
Yeah, I would be serious if I had a kid with someone and then they're
yeah.
going and being a sneaky link behind my back,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
which is why birth control is so important.
So, so important. Agreed.
If you take anything away from today, one, don't go on dating apps. Two, birth control is very important.
Three, don't get addicted to porn.
Or at least
Um,
porn that you can't say on television.
yeah. Um, what about Brandon and Julia?
They're boring as fuck.
I know. I know.
I mean, I think they've been on so many seasons too that it's just
Hmm.
kind of like, okay, they're back. I do feel bad. Like, I think you need to have these conversations before you get married
Yeah.
about like wanting kids and where to live and all these things, not something you talk about afterwards, and then you find out you're not on the same page.
That seems like such a theme on 90 Day. It's like either they don't understand or research the culture that they're going into, and or they don't talk about babies and what they want and until they're married.
Yeah, it's because they're not thinking with their brains and their
It's
hearts. They're thinking
insane.
with their private parts.
Yeah.
That
I
also
like how they're
rhymed.
all just like they're thinking with their beep. Who else? Who else? Who else?
Well,
Robin,
okay,
Sophie.
before we move on from them,
Okay.
I did think that when they went to the club
Hmm.
and Julia wore a robe to get in the car because her outfit was so revealing. Her outfit, first of all, wasn't that revealing.
Okay. And him calling her a whore.
Awful.
I was so pissed. She was dancing on the bar, just wearing jean shorts, like not a big deal.
But
He was
she was
like,
a
you can see
go-go
her
dancer. Of course she's
vagina.
gonna do that. Like that's her
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. And she was having fun. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, let her have a good
I
time.
would never stay with someone if they were like, you are being a giant whore. Like,
I
no
thought he'd be,
way.
you would think he would have been more pissed when Benny was showing her like how to flip and her vagina was literally in his face.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you'd think
Exactly.
maybe that would have pissed him off. Nope,
Yeah.
nope. Just her, you know, living life.
Just having a blast.
Yes. Yes, Rob and Sophie, we can move on to them. They, I feel like, are absolutely broken up.
But I
This
like
is
them
totally
both so
staged.
much better in this.
I don't like Sophie.
I don't
I
like
don't like
Rob.
either of them.
Rob is more endearing in this season than, I mean, he used to be so annoying and gross, and he still is, but like, I think he's
Yeah.
more endearing, and they're kind of having fun because they're not actually together. I
Yeah,
think
I can
that's
see
what's
that. Well,
happening.
I feel like they were like, we're gonna go on this show. We're gonna make a buck. Whatever.
Hmm.
Then Josh pretty much gives them a storyline,
Yeah.
like a B line, you know, because there's like story A and story B. Um, gives them a B story to run with when their own personal drama isn't enough.
Look
To
at
be like,
you. You're such a producer.
no, it's
I
I
love it.
watched there was a Family Guy episode last night and Sam Elliott is narrating it. I love Sam Elliott.
Ah.
And he's like, and that concludes story B. And I was like,
I
yeah.
love it.
Uh,
But yeah, you're right. Like he just, I mean, he wasn't even trying to. Like that wasn't planned, I don't think. The
no.
Vegas stuff.
But like even the storyline about how Sophie lied to him about date like her best friend Callum and dating him when they were 14 and saying that she lied about them sleeping together. I'm like, they were first like they were babies.
Yeah,
Like
no.
I would never you can't get I feel like you can't get mad at a partner for who they dated like 10, 20 years ago.
No, that's ridiculous.
And like, yeah, if they're still friends today, fine, whatever. It's not like they banged again.
Yeah. If they did, then get mad. But like,
Yeah. If she
what?
lied about it like a week, like it happened a week ago, then yeah, definitely get
Hmm.
mad. When they
Yeah.
were 14, gotta let that
No.
shit go.
Yeah, you gotta let it go.
That's 2024 mentality. We're working with 2025 mentality. Let
Yeah,
that
we're
shit go.
mature adults. We're
Yeah.
chill. Chill
Um,
vibes.
yeah. And then like I think Sophie saying Rob is like dismissive and inattentive is just like, well, that's because he thinks that you lied. I don't know. I think communication is just something they need, but clearly they're not together anymore. So fuck that.
What do you think about the rumor that Rob is dating Jennifer Terrazona. She's like from an earlier 90 Day
I mean, it wouldn't
season.
surprise me.
Tim Malcolm and Jesse Minster. Do you remember them? She dated both of them.
Was Jesse the foreign guy that dated
I honestly don't
Darcy?
remember who they are. I don't know.
Wait, I'm
Oh my
looking.
God, is it him?
Is that him? Wasn't he with someone else and they like were engaged and it was someone else's partner and like
Oh my God, what if it's her? Yeah, so she's making her rounds through the 90 Day people, probably just so she can be on the
do
show.
people not realize that there's actual people outside of the franchise you may be
They
on?
just want to be on different shows. Yeah.
Clearly. No,
But
it
I
wouldn't
hate
surprise
talking
me.
about that because it's like, I just want it to be real so I'm entertained and not
But it's so hard.
jaded.
You know what relationship is not real, even in the slightest?
Hmm.
Josh and Natalie.
Oh my God. Natalie scares the shit out of me.
Okay. So Natalie, I don't think she's over Mike and
Mm-mm.
how Mike was like, I'm done with you. We're done here.
Hmm.
Like, I don't want to be with you anymore.
Yeah.
But it's because she was crazy.
She's
And
not
I don't
okay.
like saying women are crazy, but
Yeah, but she's
girl is
crazy.
crazy.
She has her eyes.
Wait, when
They,
Jasmine comes out of the bar and is like, you don't want to
yeah,
fuck with me, and she's just staring at
she's like,
her, I'm like, she does like the Kubrick stare, but with like
yes.
piercing blue eyes. It's
And
so
she does like
scary.
creepy giggles, like while
Mhm.
it's just, she's so
She's
scary.
scary.
Yeah. The previews for
Um,
next episode, they like show her just laughing over people talking about their traumas. And I'm like, ooh,
no, she's psychotic. And Josh, I think, is just there again, just to like make a buck. And I mean, clearly he invited Sophie to come to Vegas. And Natalie's like, Josh, why don't you invite me to Vegas? Invite me to Vegas.
Josh.
Josh. She's like, let's go to your house. And he's like, no.
What about that scene where she was reading the texts or the messages on Insta and she was like, your eyes so facial. I can't even do her voice. It's too hard. But
But yeah,
so
she's like, you're right. It's all him. And I'm like, no
after
shit, it's all
losing her
him.
goddamn mind, like,
Yeah. And looking so bad doing it too. Like, okay. Um,
yeah,
and then we have Stacy and Florian, which makes me kind of sad.
I love them.
I do too, but I don't think they're together anymore either.
I don't think so either, but okay, Florian is the comedian of the season.
Yeah,
Like
he's the
he is
comic relief
so
we all
funny.
needed. But Stacey has her moments without even trying. Like when they're doing the hike and she's carrying the rock, she's like, I don't want to carry it anymore.
Yeah.
She's
What
like,
about
take
the
it,
cowboy
take
outfit and
it.
her boobs are just like gonna pop at any
Yeah,
moment?
seriously.
I
Um,
can't.
I do feel bad though that like she got so sick and instead of Florian
Yeah,
being there for her, he was like out partying.
that is
It's
scary.
not okay.
Not okay.
Fucked up. But
Fucked up.
he is great comic relief. But this last episode, or the second to last episode, where the guys have been drinking and then the girls come and Florian and Jasmine kind of get into it and Stacy tries to stop him, she like yells at him.
Oh yeah.
And then he like grabs her arm and pushes her away. And I was like, nah, bro, we don't do that.
Yeah, it kind of was like what happens
First of all, no one
behind
should yell
closed
in
doors.
someone's space, no matter what their gender identity is. And then you don't put hands on people.
Never.
Mm-mm. I think
You
some
also
people need to
don't
go
put
back to
hands on things
kindergarten.
around people in an
Yeah,
abusive way, like damaging property. Don't do that.
don't do it.
It's traumatizing.
Trauma.
Trauma. Oh, I was gonna say something.
Yeah.
This is a total side note, but my sister was like, "Did you know that Darcy and is it Shekinah? Yeah,
Yeah.
they were both on Millionaire Matchmaker." And I don't
No.
remember that because I watched that
With
show.
Patty Stanger?
I loved her.
I love that show. I follow those rules.
It's so
Two
good.
drink max.
Yeah, two drink
That's
back.
the best rule out there. No sex before monogamy.
What did she say? What did she call sex too? She called it like
Something, she had like a weird term
something
for it.
weird. Yeah. But yeah, I want to go back and watch those episodes because
Loved her.
what?
I remember that. Do you remember that episode where they had like that social lady kind of princessy chick? And she was like, I just want a guy with like big arms and like real abs. and just like looks cute. And Patty's like, what about their personality? She's like, I don't care.
Yeah, she was like, I don't give a shit. There
Yeah.
was one guy that lived in San Diego in like a high rise where I used to babysit, and
Mhm.
like I was hoping I'd run into him all the time. I can't remember. Dane used to like talk about him all the
Dang,
time.
it's all the scoop. I was
I
gonna say
know.
Buzz, and then I was like, haha, shouldn't say it.
Um, I think Stacy and Florian might stay together for a bit, right? Or are they broken up?
I
Did
don't
something?
know. I don't want spoilers, but it's so hard to not get them.
I know I don't want them, but I like also I'm
But like
intrigued.
I also want to know.
Yeah, don't want to be out of the loop. My last note here is Gino is nasty with like 10 A's.
Fact.
Yeah,
Accurate. Facts.
accurate.
Okay, should we do our quick shots?
Okay, I didn't do that.
You didn't
Wait, I
do them?
thought we were doing Never Have I Ever, and I also only have one of those.
That's fine. Do you want me to just ask you and then you can do your never have I
I'll
ever
think of them like
as I'm
off the top of
asking?
my head. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay, you ready?
yeah.
Mullet or ponytail?
Ponytail.
Live music or live comedy?
Ooh, I like both.
Ooh. Well, you have to pick one.
I think in today's age, comedy for me.
I agree.
Yeah,
I concur. Would you rather go in the past or go check out the future?
future.
I'm a past girly.
Past is probably way better. Future is
Square or
probably.
round nails? And you know how I'm very
I
passionate
do
about this.
not like square
I
nails.
hate square nails.
They're yucky. They remind me of like toes, and I don't like it.
Remind you of toes?
Because your toenails are kind of
You
squared.
know how I think you must know because we've been such like best friends for a while now. Well, my feelings of feet are I hate them.
Okay,
I
I thought
hate
so,
feet.
but
I hate them with a
but
burning passion. I think they're deformed hands. I think I can't stand them.
they
If I
are.
never had to look at someone's feet again, I'd be so happy.
You could never look at mine. I have bunions and I have to get surgery.
My
They
sister
are
has them, and then
disturbing.
she tripped over my dog before her wedding, and she has a hammer toe now. She blames me. She says she's gonna charge me for any foot surgery she has to get.
Oh my
I
God.
felt really bad. It was like 3 days before her wedding. She had a boot on,
Oh
and
no.
like she forced herself to wear her like shoes she bought for her wedding, and then she switched out of them.
Oh my gosh. One of those boots that like propels you
Oh, the black
forward.
ones, the like little
Oh
black
yeah,
boot.
yeah. Okay. Those are
Um,
better than
okay, and then I'll give you a minute to think, but we have a F,
Ooh.
Mary, Kill,
Oh gosh.
Southern
Okay.
Charm Edition. Shep, Austin, and Whitney. Those are your options.
Oh,
I know. I have so much fun making these
okay.
because that's the reaction I want out of you is, oh,
Oh, I think I think I would fuck Shep because I think he
yeah,
probably it seems like he's good in bed. I don't know.
agreed.
Um and he's the least disgusting. Did you
Um,
say Austin and Whitney?
yeah.
Okay. I would kill Austin and marry Whitney because I want his money, I guess. I don't know.
I was gonna say I want Patricia to be my
Patricia,
mother-in-law.
yes. And Patricia, of course. And all of her like knickknacks. I'm obsessed.
I love her
Um,
house.
yes, she's fabulous.
All right, those are my five.
Okay, I'm struggling.
I'll give you a minute.
Would you rather be a drag queen like for one episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, or would you rather be on a whole episode of Queer Eye?
Oh, RuPaul.
Okay, okay.
Even though I love JVN.
I was gonna say another question. Hang out with JVN for a day or hang out with Trixie Mattel for a day?
You
I
bitch.
know it's tough, right?
That's mean.
That's tough.
Um, I think JVN.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see that.
He saved my hair. I swear by his scalp oil.
Oh my gosh, his products are really
They're
good.
really
The like
good.
cream stuff.
I mean,
It's like
my
heat
hair looks so
protection.
good today, and I think it's because
Yes.
of him. Him and Chris Appleton.
Mm.
Hmm.
Haven't tried Chris Appleton
The
stuff.
money hair mask is
Okay, okay.
what?
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Fuck, Mary kill the same people. What would you do?
fuck off. Be original. I would kill Austin. I think it's the same. I would kill Austin, fuck Shep, and marry Whitney. But I would marry Whitney just to have Patricia as my mother-in-law.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like she studied art history. She has an incredible collection. All of her stuff's amazing. Yeah.
She's yeah,
She's
she's
also
fabulous.
amazing.
She's fabulous. There are some racist tendencies, but we're not gonna go into that. Um, okay, fuck, Mary kill, Rob, Gino, and
Ugh. And who?
Whatever. Benny or whatever the hell his name
Ew,
is.
none of them. I don't want anyone near me. Don't make me
Gotta
do
do it.
this. Um, kill Gino.
He'd be like, ah, Alex.
Kill Gino. I guess F Benny and marry Rob. I don't know. That's a shitty one.
It is terrible.
That was
So sorry
mean.
for you.
You're so mean.
So mean. Watermelon or cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe.
Okay. Do you like watermelon?
I do, but cantaloupe's my favorite.
Okay. I hate watermelon.
My cousin thought antelopes were cantaloupes, and when we were going to Africa to go on safari, he goes, I can't wait to see the cantaloupes. We were like, Michael, those are
Wait, what?
antelopes.
That's really
Guess how
funny.
old we were?
Uh, your age.
I
I
was
don't know.
19, so he was
Oh,
18.
I thought this was like recent.
No, no, but still, the fact that he was 18
Still.
and thought they were cantaloupes,
Oh my God.
not good.
You said Michael and something popped into my head.
Uh-huh.
There is a new movie and Michael is in it. I saw him in the previews.
Michael who?
Michael and Angela.
Oh,
90
yeah,
Day.
about him.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, what? That's Michael.
Wait, yeah, it's like a whole documentary thing about him being like
It's like a
not
entertaining
good.
movie, isn't it? I don't know. He's like
I don't
a
know.
landlord or something. I don't
Maybe?
know. I don't know. But he's in
Michael.
a movie. Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Well, that's all
I
the
don't think
time
I
we
have
have
any
for you
more for
today.
you.
That's fine. I was gonna do. And that's my life. Thanks for listening to the Hillary Duff thing. And
And
that's my
that's my
life.
life. Oh, my
Um,
life.
but yeah, that's today's episode, guys. Thanks so much for
Thanks for
listening
listening.
and dealing. We're so happy to be back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rate, review, subscribe. All
All
the
the
things.
things. Also, congratulations to our giveaway winner.
Just put that
And
out for you.
yes, and I think maybe soon we'll do another one, depending on how things are going. But yeah, thanks, guys. See you next time. Not really, 'cause we can't see you, but yeah. Bye.